Hello there yarn lovers, it's Gary and I'm coming to you from my happy place, the Yarn Corner here on Vancouver Island in Canada. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is Monday, September the 4th, 2023. We are celebrating our Labor Day here in Canada. So we've got the day off and we go back to work tomorrow. And the episode is 198. How are you all doing? I hope you're well and staying safe. If you just clicked on this channel, I want to welcome you. And I've set this channel up to talk about all of my yarny adventures. That's in knit, crochet, a little bit of dabbling in yarn dyeing. I also talk about my acquisitions, where I purchase my yarn from, and any tools of the crafts that I might need along the way. So if that is of interest to you, please stick around. And for those who are returning, I want to say a heartfelt thank you for all the comments that you've left me in the previous video where I was exploring some finished objects and some works in progress. I had some great questions there. I also had some feedback on Pixel, that more Pixel things are needed. So Pixel is my puppy, and she's 6 months old, and actually she's 5 months old, and she just graduated. So I've got some clips towards the end. I might have even thrown one of them up at the front in the intro of this video, so you can enjoy more Pixel footage as well. As the title suggests in this video, I will be talking about some happy mail that I received, and I was really super surprised and touched. It's been a great connection with me and my fellow YouTubers. So I've got a special treat that surprised the heck out of me. And I also have purchased a mystery bag of yarn from another YouTuber that I've made a connection to, I would say sometime this year. I'm going to say January or February, earlier on in this year. And I'll talk to you and show you what wonderful surprises I had from that mystery purchase. So without further ado, before I get cracking, I'll tell you what I'm wearing. It is a knitted scarf, and I'm looking down here because I've got the pattern. It's called the Ridged Ripple Scarf, and it's a color slip stitching pattern, and I absolutely loved working on this. I did this about maybe 2.5 years ago, and I want to do another one because I found that this knit, or this make, was a little too bulky for me, and I want to go up a size in needles. But right now this is a really nice wintry style scarf that's quite thick. So in a couple of months when we get really cold, I'll be wearing this again. So it's really nice and compact, and it's quite a warm insulated piece. The design is from a designer. Her name is Tina Whitmore. I'm just looking down at my notes, and I will link it down below if you're interested to find out where the pattern is. I believe it's a paid for pattern. Now I'm going to show you what I received from, let's start with the happy mail, because that was super touching. So it came in a wonderful purple package, and it was from, if you've not familiarized yourself with the YouTube channel Creations by Jax. Jax is the host of that channel. Please do go across because she's very talented. Every once in a while she'll bring out a video, and I always am glued to seeing what's happening in her crafting world and all of the wonderful makes that she does. So I received a purple package, and inside there was this wonderful card from her, and I won't read it because it is quite a personal one. I do know that Jax does send out these wonderful surprises when people are on her mind, or if she wants to say, like, send a hug out, and she makes something as well to send out for people, and I'll show you what she made in my package in a moment. But it's such a sweet gesture, and I absolutely love what she has made me. Just a little fun thing that she had thrown in there, because Jax would also, you know, surprise us with her effervescent personality. So I've got some stickers here. I've got this little leapfroggy, and I also have fiberliciousness, which is probably a word that I first heard of through Jax's comments. And I have one here which is stitch-tastic, both terms that are synonymous with Jax. So Thank you for that. It was a package that also smelled very delightful because inside of the package were a couple of these lavender sachets and they still smell excellent. I'm going to be putting these around the room here and letting them do their job of smelling up and, you know, making everything smell really super fresh. So I got 2 of those. In the package, I also received this wonderful yarn from Brown Sheep Company. Now that's an American yarn mill, and they make their yarns on site. I believe they might even have sheep there as well. And she purchased, or she gifted me, I should say, she gifted me this Lanaloft. It's a bulky weight yarn, 100% wool, and it kind of is lightly spun. It's not plied with a series of different strands. It is just the one strand, but it is lightly spun, and it's, I'm going to say, for softness factor for 100% wool, it's great. Out of 5, I'm going to give it a 3.5, so that's pretty good. I love the color. Let's take a look to see what the color name is. It is called Burnt Orange, and the dye lot is 001. Again, the Brown Sheep Company. That's the company's name there. Okay, what can I tell you about this? It tells me to hand wash, lay flat to dry, or I could dry clean this as well for my washing instructions. I am getting 160 yards or 146 meters per skein, and this weight is 200 grams. Really lovely. I got more than just one of these hanks. I got 4 of them. So there's the other 2 there. So that's 3, and the 4th one in a different bag. I'm going to make a sweater vest out of this. I really like the color. I might mix in some other color with it as well to create a little bit more patterning or interest with color work. But thank you so much for this, Jax. I love it so much. I was thrilled when the package arrived. And I think the next thing that I'm going to show you was individually wrapped within the package. It had a nice ribbon on it, which explained a little bit more about what it was that she had made me. And this is what was on there. I'll just read it to you. It says, Setters Place July Calendar Cal. It was something that Jaxie had made for that special colorway for the month of July. And Setter is another YouTuber as well who brings out a calendar every year, and each month is devoted to a special picture for inspiration and a make. So Jax has let me know there that this was her entry into that specific month. And it has here Ola Jo, Andrea, made with love. Now, Ola Jo, Andrea, I think that might be maybe Andrea's pattern. While creating this piece, stitches based on Ola Jo's pick, I thought of you. So the universe has chosen its home. Love, Jax. Oh, amazing. So let's take a look at the piece. I'll just showcase it here. It is a shawl type scarf, and I love it. It is amazing. Am I showing you the right way? I think it might be fully reversible. Let's take a look. There is a label on here. So I'm going to say that the label is on the front side, and I can see some post stitches in a basket weave type of overlay. I can see something that looks like lots of double crochet and maybe a shell stitch on the edging with picot. I love it. It's really super soft. I'm just going to take this off for a moment. Let's try this on, and I'll show you what was used in the shawl. So we have a couple of of balls here of the K&C, which I believe is a Joann's brand, and it is the Essential Cotton Collection, and the colorway of that is Cullen Ground, Ground, and the dark blue looks like a Lamia, and it's the Boom Plus in the navy blue. The colorway of this one is called it doesn't say what the color is. Color 633. Very, very soft. Both of them are wonderful, but look at that texture. Love it. So I'm going to try it on. You can tell me how I should be wearing this, but I have a feeling this is going to go underneath a like a jacket when it gets cooler, and I'll have all these wonderful pops of color and that wonderful texture. I love it. That texture shows up really nicely on that K&C yarn. There we go. Well, I'm enjoying my hug from Jax, and I will continue to enjoy it when the weather is cooler and I can try it on and wear it out. So I absolutely love it. Thank you so much. I'm going to shift gears and we're going to talk about the next parcel that I received on my doorstep, which arrived, I think maybe about 2 weeks ago now. And it was to another YouTuber. Her name is Judy, and the YouTube channel is Judys Creations in Crochet. She was destashing and creating these mystery yarn boxes, or bags, I should say. So I purchased one. I purchased the $50 one, and Judy wanted to know a little bit more about what to put into the bag. So I gave her a couple of, I guess I shared a couple of little parameters, and I said in the end, like, you know what, if you just throw in anything that sort of like has a similar color palette, I'll make it work. And I'm really super excited to see what you put in there for me. So it came in 2 bags. This one here, which was the inner bag, and then the outer bag was a black bag. So really well packed. So if anything was to happen, like maybe it was handled roughly with the shipper, I think it was Canada Post, then there was an inside bag just to double up on the strength. So I really appreciate that. So the first thing that I see in here is I believe I might have some of this yarn. So, you know, I'll make a bigger project using it along with what I have. And it's from Knit Picks. It's called Vidalana Oasis. The beautiful color was chosen. It's actually green is my favorite color. So she, I did write, I like earth tones and greens are my favorite, but I'm happy with whatever, as long as, you know, they can relate to one another in some way. This is called Palm Springs, and it is 50% alpaca wool, 25% Peruvian highland, merino wool, and 25% sorry alpaca. It's a DK weight yarn, and they're saying here for the 100-gram hank, I'm getting 252 yards or 230 meters. Hand wash gently, lay flat to dry. Suggested needle sizes are US 4 to 5 or a 3.5 to 4 millimeter, and the hook size is a US 7-1/9. Which is a 4.5 to 5.5 millimeter. Yeah, so really super soft. Out of 5, I'm going to give this definitely a 4 out of 5 for softness. It's nothing sticky about this or pinchy, or it's a really nice soft yarn. So I got 2 of those. Okay, I fell in love with this part. All of it's beautiful, but this one spoke to me in a huge way, because I'm on this kick right now for minis. But look at these. They're kind of tweedy and they're fluoro and they're fun. I really like them a lot. So I'm thinking this is going to be like striping in a project that I don't need too much yarn for. Maybe can choose a neutral color, and then these could be the speaking loud notes that run across, similar to what I had just done with my dotted rays. If I was to do my rays in like a bunch of these little minis, I think that will look really, really sweet. So let's take a look. It is the fingering weight tweed. It's a mini skein from, is it Hilito? I think that's how you pronounce it, Hilito. I'll let you be the judge. Can you see that? I'll just hide behind there. I'm not sure whether that's coming through. Anyway, I'll put it down below in the description box. And in each of these, I'm getting 20 grams, offering up 87 meters. What's the fiber? It says here it's superwash merino, and with some flex in it. So the flex might be superwash merino, or they might be something else like polyamide or a different fiber. But I love them a lot. Thank you so much. And not only did I get that, but I also got 3 balls, and I've never seen this before, of loops and threads. And this is the Washable Wool Blurred Lines. Loops and Threads is a Michaels brand, house brand, and this is wonderfully soft. Again, I would rate it the same kind of softness as the Vidalana, so that's 4 out of 5. Let's take a look at what is here. It's a 2-weight yarn. They're suggesting here to use a 4mm crochet hook or a 3.5 set of knitting needles. It's 75% washable wool and 25% nylon. So kind of like a good sturdy yarn. I could maybe make socks out of these, or some nice mittens, because it has that nylon factor in it, so that it'll wear well on things that are needing to be utilized fabrics, like you know, a heel of a foot, or if you're using your fingers and palms a lot in certain things. I think this will hold up really nicely. The colorway that I got it's called Claret Flame, and I got 3 of those beauties. Look at that. So pinks, reds, really nice shades there. Each ball has 100 grams, offering up 390 yards or 357 meters. It is a yarn that is made in China. And what else can I tell you? You have to hand wash this lay flat to dry for your care instructions. And that's about it. Yeah, I think that covers everything. So I got 3 of those. I'm really happy with these. I think that in itself there, that I've just showed you, probably pays for the $50 mark. Next, I have more. 2 caked up yarns, and this is fingering weight yarn here. So one does not have a label on it, but it's a nice purple color and it's tonal. I really like the twist on it, and it does have a breaking of the natural color of the yarn underneath, giving it a nice weathered, I call it the weathered look. So I think that's going to play out very nice and give me some dancing stitches in a field of different tones of this purple color. And likewise with the previous one, it is in a hue purple that relates to the same family. This one to me looks like it actually has more of the short spurts of color breaking in between the natural yarn color itself. So it's kind of a speckly, maybe random speckles or bigger speckles within the fabric. So I think it will knit up really nicely or crochet up nicely. And it's from a yarn company that I've only ever seen other people unboxing and admired them. Some of these companies I have longed to try their yarn. So this is one of them here. It's Lether, and it's Lether Co. The ingredients that I can tell you from the label here, it's called Blushing Sage, and it's a DK weight. I thought it was fingering, so that's my error there. And it's 100% superwash merino, offering up in the 100 grams 231 yards. So thank you for putting that into my mystery bag as well, Judy. I really appreciate that, and I think those two might go together in a project. So last 4 balls, is there 4? Last 3 balls that I see in here. This is an interesting yarn I don't know too much about because of the brand. I'm not familiar with the brand, but this one here is called Queen. I guess that might be the collection. It's called Queen yarn. And the colorway is called Hamburger. I love that colorway name. So we have all these different, there are sort of earth tones and then going into more pinks, and so browns and pinks in this series. It looks to be possibly a DK weight. I'm not too sure. It says here it's 60% cottony. That must be cotton in a different language. 40% polyamide. I'm getting 100 grams in the ball, which offers up 180 meters. 100 grams, 180 meters. That's probably then going to be classified as a worsted weight, but it seems fairly light to me. So I'm going to say it's a heavier 3 or a lightweight 4. And they're suggesting here to use a 5 to 7 crochet hook or a 6 to 8 set of knitting needles. I don't know, that's probably millimeters. So quite a large knitting needle as well as crochet hook for this. So maybe letting it breathe a bit and move around, get a nice drape in your fabric. That's probably the suggestion here. I wonder where it's made. Are you made in any particular place? Doesn't say. No. But it does say here to hand wash and to lay flat to dry. Do not tumble dry. And yeah, so that's it there. I might even have to look that up to see where that's from. So the link will be down below. I will do a search, and if you're interested in finding out where this yarn is from, then go down to the description box and there'll be some links that provided there that will help the exploration of where this yarn came from. So I got 3 of those cakes, enough to do a project. So I want to say thank you. I'm really happy with these yarns, some that were brand new to me. I've never heard of them before. Some I've heard of before but never had the chance to touch. And some that are still mysteries to me because there was no label, but I absolutely love the yarn. My favorite, I'm going to have to say, in this whole collection would be the minis with the specks in them, like the little speckles. These ones are definitely my favorite, as well as the hand dyed are really delicious, and I want to work something up with these probably foremost. But all in good time, because I do have a lot on the go right now. And I love my scarf, my little hug from Jax. So this has been a great day for me coming home and having to do this video. I absolutely enjoyed every bit of it. So I want to say thank you. I hope you also enjoyed it as much as I did. And I will leave you now with some pixel footage and photographs. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.